Hey there folks, this is the Mysterious JG, and this is the first video of my newest LP, which for some reason I'm introducing, as though I just recovered from a coma. But yeah, it's the first video of my new LP. It's a game I've been waiting to do for a long time. I wanted to finish with Fallout New Vegas before I started it, since they're kind of similar in the first-person or third-person over-the-shoulder with RPG element shooter blah 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 genres, but I'm finally ready to start a game I've been wanting to play for a very long time. I hope you're as excited as I am, but I kind of doubt you are, because I'm pretty hyped up for Mass Effect. I figured I'd LP Mass Effect because, nobody's really LP'd this game. You can't really find an LP of this game on the internet, so, I figured I would take care of that, right? Yeah. At this point, I'm weeding out the people who are actually going to comment, "What do you mean there's lots of LPs of Mass Effect?" I want those people to step forward and comment on this video now so I can disregard any comments they make in the future. Microsoft Game Studios, one of the few games that actually made it the potentially a good idea to get an Xbox 360 instead of a PS3. And I say that as a proud Xbox 360 owner. Oh, of course you could also play this on the PC, so... I love the epic space music introduction. And there's Rex. We'll find about him later. But yeah, folks, this is Mass Effect. This game was made by some company. I assumed it was made by Microsoft because their name pops up all over the credits in the game box. But it's actually made by BioWare, which has done lots of stuff for lots of systems. And it actually, although I've never played them, apparently its whole conversation system is similar to the Knights of the Old Republic games. And it's a good game, it's a good fun. We're going to start a new career.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
Thanks.
Classified information requested.
So, you need top secret clearance to play this game, folks. Hope you don't have debts, foreign contacts you haven't reported, alcohol abuse, or history of sleeping papers. All those things will get you in trouble here.
Establishing secure connection.
The irony here being I once was prevented from playing this game when I didn't have an internet connection because it decided it couldn't find my downloadable content on the hard drive and wanted to go to Xbox Live to find it, and when it couldn't, it basically wouldn't let me play any of the game, even though I had the disc with everything except the downloadable content on it. Goddamn the current generation of games. So we're going to enter a new ID. We're going to be a quick start male. No, not a quick start male, a custom male, because the quick start male makes you be a soldier class. And it's weird, I customized the appearance of my first and pretty much only female character since I imported her when I played Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. And since I never customized male Shepard, I associate this face with male Shepard, but when I see this as the default female Shepard, I'm like, what the? I always forget I actually customized mine. I'm going to play as male Shepard. Female Shepard, Fem Shep, don't get me wrong, folks. I love Fem Shep to death. Especially Renegade Fem Shep. She is a fucking riot. But the true hero of this game, in my mind, the one whose voice acting I associate with the Mass Effect universe, is always going to be male Shepard. I also forgot that I intended to get a timer going, so I'm going to do that now for this first video. I got no problem with the name John Shepard. I mean, frankly, we never hear Shepard's name used anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and use the incredibly unrealistic name that nobody would actually have of Avatar Shepard. His full name is Ray Chesney, the Avatar Shepard, and then in parentheses, actor icon extraordinaire. So he's Avatar Shepard.
Access your profile.
Now I should be allowed to pick a bonus skill because I've already basically won the game and cleared out
data corruption detected.
Oh, oops. Basically this is saying you have to fill in your backstory.
Please reconstruct profile. Confirm free service history.
Alright, so we have to we basically have one of 3 choices we can make here for your background, and then another set of 3 choices to make. This is going to affect some dialogue, a couple of optional conversations and missions. I believe the effect of this diminishes over the course of the Mass Effect series. They really set themselves a pretty impossible task in the long run. Every decision you make from Mass Effect and then in Mass Effect 2, I mean, how the hell was Mass Effect 3 ever meant to work if it was dependent on so many decisions from other games? But we'll look at them anyway. You can be a spacer. Both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood, so basically your parents worked for WCW during the invasion. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. Colonists, you were born and raised on Mindwar, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindwar, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. Or Earthborn, you were an orphan. You see what you get, warriors! You see what you get when you mess with the orphans! Raised on the streets of the great metropolises covering Earth, you escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. Earthborn is what I've always played in the past, and when I say always, I mean, I've really only got one complete play with this game. Well, that's not true. I played through Mass Effect more than once. But I usually went with Earthborn. I'm going to go with Spacer. Other than the being in outer space part, and the enlisting in the military part, I never enlisted in the military. But the being in outer space part, moving around as a kid part, that actually lines up with my personal real-life backstory more than the Earthborn part. I went with Earthborn before because I'm from Earth. That also lines up well with my backstory. And, you know, I've been raised in America. That's a colony, if you're British.
Confirm psychological profile.
So you can be a soul survivor. Soul survivor, you're the one who's clean. I think I'll go with that just because I like the Holy Diver connection. During your service, a mission you went on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome physical torments, psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you alone are left to tell the tale. So like drinking your own urine and stuff. Actually, I might not want to go with that one because that's one I used before. So just for me, it might be interesting to see how the dialogue. War hero, early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your life to save your fellow soldiers and defeated the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. Or you can be ruthless. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency, ruthless aggression, makes your fellow soldiers wary of you, but when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. Actually, ruthless doesn't fit in with how I'm going to play, because I'm going to play a Paragon character. War hero just... It's like playing one of the later Ultima games when you didn't play the first few Ultima games. Like, if you play a later Ultima game, and everyone in Britannia talks about how great you are, and you didn't earn it by beating the earlier Ultima games, you just feel like a douche. So I guess, even though I've already seen it, I'm going to go with...
Confirm military specialization.
And this is another one that we have to choose. There'll be a lot of choices, very little gameplay in this first video, folks. You can be a soldier, ideal, or combat specialist, ideal for front lines of a fight. Soldiers get improved health, can train in the use of all weapon types, start with the ability to use medium armor, and can specialize in heavy armor. This is the class I played as my first time through, because I figured I'm pretty low skilled at these types of games, and needed somebody who'd be able to take a few extra hits. As it turns out, although it was... You know, I won that way. It's probably the least interesting character to play as, because you don't get a lot of skills to specialize in. You can specialize in any weapon you want. You get all of the weapons. Most of these character types don't get all the weapons. You have to pick some. Or you only get like 2 that you can choose from. You can choose any of the weapons in this one, but since the wise player is going to put all their weapons and all their points into one weapon and specialize it anyway, soldier ends up being kind of bland. They do some stuff with the soldier in Mass Effect 2 and 3 to make it more interesting, but in the first game, he's just kind of the guy who gets to wear heavy armor. Engineers are tech specialists. Using the holographic Omni tool, they can decrypt security systems, repair and modify technical equipment, disrupt enemy weapons or shield, and heal their squad. Engineers can only use light armor and can only receive training with pistols. So these guys are kind of, they basically give you 3 different... There's really 3 different skills, broad range skills that you can have. Combat skill, tech skills, which is like the use of you know, decryption stuff, repair, blah blah blah. And also in this game, rather than magic, they have biotics, which basically is like, you know, telekinetic, crazy, psycho, you know, spoon bending power. This class has basically is fully focused in the tech. This soldier class is fully focused on combat, and this adept class is fully focused on spooky embis and glowing power. Adepts are biotic specialists, though through upgradable implants, they can use biotic powers to lift or throw objects, shield the squad, and disable or destroy enemies. Adepts can only use light armor and can only receive weapons training with pistols. So the engineer and the adept both can only train with pistols, basically because neither of them are meant to be using their weapons to do most of the damage. And I think for like my probably 4th playthrough of the game, I went for a male adept, and I didn't get very far because right around that time my interest in this game, as great as it once was, finally petered out. But down here are the mixed classes, and that's probably what I'm actually going to do this time. You've got the Infiltrator. Infiltrators combine combat and tech abilities to specialize in killing or disabling enemies at long range. Infiltrators are trained to use omnitools, focus on decryption and offensive abilities rather than healing. They can use pistols or sniper rifles and medium armor. Although you don't get to see the skill sets, basically the big thing engineers can do that infiltrators can't do is hack. They can hack into, you know, AI or VI enemies. Any kind of computer-operated enemy, they can hack into it. Infiltrators don't get to do that, but because I've played through the game and won, as I accomplished certain in-game things, unlock the Xbox achievements, blah blah, I get to pick a bonus skill. One of them's hacking. So what I'm going to do is basically play as an infiltrator who gets to use sniper rifles. That's the main reason I want to do this class. And we'll have, by and large, most of the engineer skills, because I'll get to add one of the engineer-only skills to my infiltrator. And you may be saying to yourself, JG, that hardly seems fair. We want to watch you do a playthrough like the game just came out of the box. And to you I say, I played this game a ton. I've wasted my whole life playing video games, but this one in particular I sunk a lot of hours into. So now that I'm going through it one more time for LP purposes, whatever little bonuses, extras I unlocked through previous playthroughs, I'm taking full advantage. You got the Sentinels. Sentinels combine biotic and tech abilities. Typically they use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. They are more efficient at tech and biotics than other classes, but at the expense of combat. Sentinels can only use light armor and receive no advanced weapon training. They basically completely suck at combat. They are a combination of your tech skills and your biotic skills. This guy's a combination combat and tech. The last class is a combination biotic and weapons. Vanguards are biotic warriors. They combine biotics and weapons to take down opponents and are especially deadly at short range. They use pistols and shotguns and can specialize in medium armor. We're going to go with the Infiltrator because, although I remember having tried to do this a long time ago, just a bit, with my soldier class, and I didn't put in enough points to really make it useful, previous efforts on my part to play with sniper rifles in this game were horrible. But sniper rifles are pretty damn good in later Mass Effect games, and I do intend to carry the same character through a playthrough of all 3 games eventually. So let's go for the Infiltrator. Select a bonus talent. These are the things that I picked up from previous playthroughs. I can, even though he wouldn't normally have these specialization options, I can make him learn shotguns. I can make him learn assault rifles. I was a big proponent of using assault rifles when I played through the game previously, but they are a bit dull. It does turn it into just a generic run-and-gun kind of game. And without heavy armor, getting in close and using assault rifles or shotguns is probably not that smart an idea anyway. Lift, throw, warp, singularity, and barrier, and stasis. All of those are biotic abilities, so using them would kind of be giving him... I mean, potentially using throw is not a bad idea, but I'm not really going for biotics. So hacking or medicine. I forget what medicine actually does, because every player character class has the ability to heal. So I think this is just something that boosts your healing. I might be completely wrong. But like I said, we're going for hacking, because basically this will mean I've got pretty much all the skills that I would have had if I went for full tech, but I get to get somewhat better armor, and I get to use sniper rifles.
Confirm facial identification.
We are not going to change his appearance. I'm going to go with default Shepard because, oh, you could go in and change it. I could give him like a Carlos Danger mustache or something. I did modify my FemShep face to make her a little bit sexier. Basically, I changed her hair. But she should be a little extra sexy. But no, I'm not gonna do anything with Avatar Shepard. He's gonna look the same.
Construction complete.
So I think we're good to go here, folks. I think we are good to go. Once you confirm your character is complete, you'll be unable to change any settings ever for the rest of your life. Confirm.
Identification confirmed.
So, insanity level. I think I won on insanity in order to get an Xbox achievement, but it's been a really long time since I played the game, so I'm going to go back to normal. Wait, hold on. Bosses scaled up based on the player's level. Bosses and sub-bosses scaled up on player level. Most enemies have special protection. Most enemies scaled up based on the level. All enemies have protection. Bosses have immunities. For LP purposes, I usually don't like playing with the defaults, but I think it's safe to put it on veteran. You know, that's the toughest combat difficulty that you can get. Because I've beaten it on hardcore and insanity, but since I wasn't LPing it, it was okay if I died 30 times in every section. It was just my own time I was wasting. But veteran is the highest difficulty level that you can start out with without unlocking, so I think I'll go with that. Subtitles, yeah, put those on. Target assist. Huh. I guess I put it on normal. I didn't realize that I had changed that. If I even did. Maybe it always starts on high. Anyway, this is the equivalent of, like, I played StarCraft on normal because I never went in to change the speed. And even months and months after finishing the LP, I still occasionally get someone saying, "Are you seriously playing on normal speed, noob?" Yeah. So, let's continue. And it's the first of many, many times we'll be seeing this loading screen. It's a fairly long game, folks, and I'm planning to do a fairly comprehensive playthrough.
Well,
Earth.
what about Shepard?
Yeah.
He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the
I think
Navy.
this is probably the biggest change that your background makes.
He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
He's a survivor,
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
He doesn't have, like, mixed racial background, does he?
I'll make the call.
You make the call. In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient space civilizations. Exit follows mysterious artifacts revealed startling technologies enabled to travel toward the stars. It is incredible technology force to control the very fabric of space and time. They called it the great discovery in human technology. The civilizations of the galaxy call it ellipsis. I suppose I didn't have to read that for that, but Mass Effect. It's a little bit more. This is intended to be a bit more cerebral than the average shooter, but mostly just in terms of story, not so much in terms of what you actually have to do to win the game.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Maybe I want to shut off the subtitles after all. I think they pop up automatically during the dialogue you control. Anyway, that was Joker, folks. Harlequin will be showing up later.
Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector.
Oh gosh. Check me out. Don't start the game. Oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to knock your ass over, but I am Shepard. N7.
Board is green.
That's the 7th generation of NWA, which is either National Wrestling Alliance or Niggas with Attitudes, depending on your preference.
Relay in 3, 2, 1.
And your ship is destroyed. Good job, Captain, whoever you are. Who's Captain? Buddy Hackett? No, that was the Admiral. Admiral Buddy Hackett.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
Something wrong with your face, buddy?
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
I'm a masochist.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just
Actually,
jumped this
that's
halfway across
pretty
the galaxy
mediocre.
and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible.
Zippy
Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're
You're
paranoid.
paranoid. The
Boom!
kids have fund this
Ooh.
project.
Good
They have
one,
a
Kyle.
right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
I'm feeling like a bit of an idiot today. Maybe I might have to keep the subtitles on just because I do tend to talk over the dialogue. So yeah, in general, folks, when you've got options, later in the game we'll get to the point where you have to increase your own Paragon or Renegade levels. You have to, as weird as this sounds, acquire more good aura or bad aura. It's like a karma system, basically, and that gives you dialogue options. But the one that's towards the top tends to lead towards you getting points towards karma. The one towards the bottom tends to lead towards you getting points towards Renegade. And the one in the middle tends to be neutral. So because I'm playing a Paragon run, and I don't want to actually invest my level up points into increasing our level, our positive karma, I want to get all the free points I can, I'm generally going to make Shepard be a goody two-shoes. But he's still a hilarious goody two-shoes to listen to, because as I hope you will discover, his delivery is like, he really is like just some kind of cardboard cutout set to space with like a robot voice.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
And who are you, by the way?
Joker, status report.
I'm
Just cleared the
sir.
mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good.
Look, look.
Find a comm buoy and link us into the network.
Come,
I want
boy.
mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
I'm gonna pull down his
You
briefs.
get that, Commander?
You don't think he's mad, do you?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
I like Kaiden. I'll kill him last. Anyway, see, we got Paragon points for that. Wasn't that awesome? So, we can chat with people. If you take every dialogue option that's available in this game, you will make this game incredibly long. And since I like the game, I'm probably going to do almost all of the optional chit-chat.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
In this case, it's generally not going to lead into prolonged conversations because we do have plot stuff we need to get to.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
I'm the main character of the game. It's not like he's going to fire me. I mean, seriously, what the hell kind of game would this be if the main character got, like, demoted and forced to be, like, the ship's janitor? I guess it would turn into Space Quest or Planetfall, but still.
I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
On a mission from God.
On a mission.
And we're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
I like ulcers.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Other little thing, and when I joked at the beginning about how nobody's ever LP'd this, yes, obviously this is a heavily LP'd game, but I'm going to assume the people watching this don't really know anything about it. And to that end, dialogue options on the left side lead to further dialogue. Dialogue options on the right head towards terminating the dialogue. So, let's play this out.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission.
You're causing trouble! Stop it!
Feels it.
What are you talking about,
You
Wolves?
think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
I thought specters were like ghosts, except they have dreadlocks. A little StarCraft 2 for you folks. Talk about Turian Spectre, I mean, to keep having Turian with a lowercase t, which seems kind of wrong since it's a proper noun in this game, but we'll find out about that more right now.
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War, lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
In the face, with their big ugly Turian skulls.
Nihilus is no ordinary Turian.
You've got that right, Commander. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
It's gonna be a pretty heavy score with Nihilus here, man. Let's find out about the captain.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
Do you and
No,
the captain
sir.
make it happen?
But I can't figure out what he's doing here.
Captain
Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated special forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself.
Did I mention he's a
Don't
microscopic
send a
being?
soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
Something big is coming around, and Jose the Cup is bring it around.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know
Maybe we need
masks our
subtitles for me
location
too.
Scans and sensors, cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
You don't know shit, buddy. A cover?
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
But, I love the dark. I embrace the night, buddy.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Hey, see, we got experience for talking to him and codex stuff. You get to say codex moment, Snake? Yeah, one of the reasons to chat with people is you actually do... don't actually have a perfect knowledge of what buttons do what in this game. It's been a long time, so yeah, I did not mean to just pull my gun.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy.
Leroy
Jenkins. Take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
Once again, I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to get to the damn menu screen. So, squad, we have... Oh, we get to level up. We are 60 out of 100 points to our next level. We've got 3 points that we can put into something. In order to unlock... Oh, see, first aid. We already have it. Increases squad healing. Charm or Intimidate. In previous playthroughs I've actually put points here, but this fills up by itself, given time, so try not to waste points there. I love the idea of hacking. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put 1 point into it right now. AI hacking. Temporarily drives robotic enemies berserk, so they will attack anything nearby, including their former allies. Much more useful in this game than it is in the later Mass Effect games, for reasons that will become apparent. Tactical armor. This will basically increase hardening. Yeah, we'll get more hard. But yeah, this, we can, what do you call it, increase our defense, basically. Or pistols, that'll basically increase our offense. And if my intention is eventually to get to sniper rifles, you have to get to a certain level in pistols before you unlock them. And I basically shut myself out of getting there. Oh. Well, I could back up. Oh. Is it too late to back up? I guess it's too late to back up now. But, I mean, I could have gotten up to level 3 and, well, I'll tell you what. The next time I level up, I should get enough points that I can get sniper rifle powers. Right now, I'm not even allowed to use them. Oh, but I can undo my talent points if I want to. Nope, too late, because I left the screen. Damn it. Oh well. Well, I will be able to hack any AI enemies we encounter in this, you know, in our first combat mission. Who knows whether we'll encounter AI enemies in our first combat mission. I know. I've played the game before. Equipment. We have a shotgun. Why do we have a shotgun? I'm allowed to use them, I'm just not trained in it at all. So I've got one of each type of weapon. I've got generic grenades, I've got an Omni tool, I've got armor. But yeah, over on the right I would actually see where I could use other weapons or apply upgrades to my current weapon. Don't have any options on this at this point. Journal. Prologue on the Normandy. You are Lieutenant Commander Shepard, Executive Officer of the SSV Normandy. So, you know, get to fucking work here. We got Dr. Chakwas and Leroy Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely
got kind
hope
of a
you're
general
kidding.
itch in my crotch, Captain.
Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Shut the fuck up, Doc. No, as much as I'd like to, he's a nice guy.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Don't sweat
Sorry,
all over your
Commander,
red
but
shirt.
This waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
You got it. Well, let's investigate. Eden Prime.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's a
Very
death trap,
peaceful,
sir.
Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on
They
the
don't let
outskirts of
undesirable
Boston.
minorities in.
At night, I used to
I'm
climb a
kidding,
great hill and
folks.
stare
I'm
across
kidding.
the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me.
Got sick of
That's why I
shooting
joined the
womp rats
Alliance.
down at
You
Beggar's
prepared
Canyon,
for it
sir.
After a while.
So why aren't we going down there?
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies.
Dr. Chakwas
Good place
kinda
to take
grooving out
Normandy
over there.
for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta
I
be
mean, unless there's some
something
kind of
else
huge
going on.
plot twist that's
We've
going
got
to
a
occur.
Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
And he wheels it back around to that, so that, yeah. There are many conversations in this game that can go on forever if you just keep repeating the same choices.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for
They've
the
got
first
improved
contact
hardening.
war. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard
tried to
Nihilus
talk
once
to
took
him
down
and
an
he said, "Get the
entire
fuck out,
enemy
bitch."
platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
He just mentioned missions and specters. Funny how he works them in no matter what.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've
You
heard.
know about art.
Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone in small groups. Spectres don't have any official...
He's already asking, what do you know about
Basically,
things?
they're a shadow organization
Soon it
with
will
a
be
mandate
Saren,
to
folks.
preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protected at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
No one operates above the law. Haven't you seen the introduction to Knight Rider? There are no human specters.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the
What do you
council
mean, your
races,
people?
like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander.
They don't
you
like
make
our
a good
music.
Spectre. You're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds, just like you on a cruise.
Okay, I can finally move the thing forward if I wanted to. Spectre's not dangerous.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I
And
suppose
how
the
can I
council
become one?
could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police
strength of
themselves.
20
If an
men,
agent goes
20
rogue,
big
they send
men.
another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
Judge
The
Judy
Corporal's
Justice.
confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Let's
Why
get
don't we
through
have any
this.
of our own
Spectres usually come...
They're always getting dropped into impossible
I almost said those
situations,
bad
forced to
memories.
survive unbeatable odds, just like you on a cruise.
I try not to think about a cruise.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you. I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not
Look,
dwell on the
I'll
past.
atone even if
Is
it
there
means
something
giving up
else?
my life. There are no human specters? Seriously? I mean,
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
he's been waiting for me for a long-ass time, actually. Alright, folks, this...
Yes, Commander, is there something you need?
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
As I said not 2 seconds ago. Alright, folks, well, as ridiculous as this sounds, we haven't actually fired a shot yet, but the video's over. When we come back, we will have a little bit more plot dialogue. This is a very plot dialogue heavy game. However, next time we will be starting our first mission. I do want to try to keep these videos at 30 minutes, so we are going to call it here. But next time, folks, next time, action! I swear! Unless I extend the conversation with the captain and Nihilus really, really far. We'll see, folks, we'll see. Thanks for watching. Hope you stick with the LP, folks. I'm pretty excited about this one. This is Mysterious JG asking you, what do you know about Mass Effect LPs?